outdoors. I'm out of breath from climbing out of the Imp Campsite side trail. It's a beautiful morning. I am very grumpy. I got no sleep. We had late arrivals at the shelter. 2 regular snoring guys, which is no big deal. I have earplugs and they were just like regular snoring. And then 1 person that had sleep apnea such that I have never heard, and that's saying a lot because I had 1 guy earlier in my hike that I thought was going to die in the night from not breathing. This person was absolutely insane. I have no idea how they could even sleep in a shelter with that sleep behavior. I got no sleep and I'm cranky. And I woke up this morning and took my doxycycline before I ate breakfast, which isn't good, and it's upsetting my stomach. So good morning from Miss Mary Sunshine over here, but this is how it is sometimes. It's 7:20. It's later than I wanted to start because I'm hiking into town, so now I'm gonna miss town time. But the good news is I am hiking into town. It's a beautiful sunny morning. I'm going to summit Mount Moriah, which should be beautiful views, which is awesome. I am wearing my sleep clothes, my long pants and long sleeve shirt. It is 47 degrees. I am very cold right now. I'm sure I'll warm up. I might change my shirt later, but for now, it is what it is. And I need to turn this attitude around. Like, who gripes when they get to do this all day? But sometimes it just sucks. And shame on me for not setting up my tent because I was feeling lazy. All right, I'll see you up the trail. Bye. Good morning. Way in the distance there, I believe you can see, I'm assuming that's the town of Gorham where I am headed. And also you can see the clouds nestling in between the mountains over there. What a beautiful day. Oh, God, I hit the weather lottery for the White Mountains. Given the year that we've had with rain and everything else, I'll take 47 degrees in the morning when it's sunny and dry. All right. The trail is rock. Back to work. Before I forgot, I wanted to share something a little more somber and acknowledge a hiker that I had met and camped with a few nights. His name was Steady Eddie, and we found out earlier this week that Steady Eddie's body was found 1.5 miles downstream from a creek crossing during the Vermont floods, which was during the time I was off trail due to COVID. I got off trail due to COVID the day before the flooding started, and he was at a shelter about 7 miles from where I got off trail and crossed a normally inconsequential stream and was overcome and apparently drowned, and his body was found last week. The incident occurred around July 10th, and it's not lost on me that this individual was hiking his dream, living his dream, doing what I'm doing out here, and he lost his life. And I just wanted to acknowledge that. I didn't know him well. I was acquainted with him. He seemed like a very nice man. He was retired and out doing a long section hike in attempts to complete this trail. And his family had been searching for him because he missed a reservation that they had made for him at a hotel. And yeah, that's what happened. My heart goes out to Steady Eddie, his family, and to 2 hikers I know that were the last to see him and attempted to get him to hunker down with them at the shelter where they stayed for 2 days before the water receded. And that water changes so fast. I crossed the trail a few days later and I don't even remember the brook. It was just one of the, probably ankle deep or less crossings that we do all of the time. During those floods, 7+ inches of rain, it became a raging river. I'm fortunate to be out here doing what I do. I am very careful, but I also know the drive to move forward can be very strong. And I'm really sorry for Steady Eddie and his family and friends. View from Moriah. Hey there, checking in. I have about 3.5 miles to the road, and I am at, I don't know if you can see it down there, the Rattle River, and it looks like a wonderful swimming hole. Alas, I will not be swimming today. I am going into town. The trail seems to have gotten a lot gentler right now. I'm thankful for that, and I'm hoping I can make some good time. And I actually met a few day hikers, and one of them gave me some trail magic. Her name was Jane, and she asked me, would you like some taffy? She had just been on vacation to Ferris Beach, I think she said, some beach in Maine, and they had saltwater taffy, and it was delicious. Thank you, Jane. Hey there, checking in. I have less than a mile to go to US Route 2, which is where I'll be picked up and go back to the AT barn hostel. And it's much closer to the hostel than the Pinkham Notch pickup, so there's no scheduled time. I simply call, tell them I'm there, and they come get me. Looking forward to it. Great hostel. You can walk to everything. I think I shared when I stayed there for my 0 day. They have Dollar General, all kinds of restaurants, a brewery, so I have a couple tasks to do and some planning. I got to tell Jedi where to send my next box. I got to figure out like my 5-day kind of plan where I'm going to target to stay. I'm going to be reaching Maine, I believe tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but if not tomorrow, then the following day. I cannot believe it. I think it's safe to say that I can mark myself safe from the White Mountain Traverse portion of this hike, which is huge. It's the one thing, even more so than Maine. Maine is second. The White Mountains were the most terrifying thing to me when I decided to do this through hike. Every struggle I had prior to New Hampshire, Jedi reminded me, you're training for the whites. And I couldn't agree more. They are heartbreakingly beautiful, worth every ounce of effort and energy and angst to see the sights I have been fortunate enough to see. Yeah, I can't say enough about it. And just the weather in a year of record rain, to have been in this state for, I gotta do how many days I've been here, and have not had any issues with the rain. Rain has fallen, but I've been able to plan around it. So fortunate, so lucky, and I am gonna toast New Hampshire if I can find a decent beer in town. All right. Oh, actually I can. There's the brewery. But the pickings at the convenience store were sadly pretty slim. It's so interesting, the variety. Like sometimes you go in a convenience store and it's like, wow, they have a crap ton of craft beer by the can. You can buy singles. But this one, it's like all the yeesh stuff I wouldn't want to drink. So if I have to go back to the brewery, I have to go back. Okay, this is a little creepy. I'm approaching the parking lot of the pickup point, and there's well, I guess it's not white, it's technically silver. I was like, oh my god, there's a white van right there, and I was just like waiting for the door to slide open and someone to grab me. I guess I watch too many movies and read books about that stuff. All right, I'm gonna go safely away from that van and call for my ride. Hi guys, ultra off trail here tonight at the AT Barn Hostel. I am celebrating my substantial completion of the White Mountain Traverse, and I am doing a beer shout out today to my friend Deb Clausen. Hey Deb, thank you so much for the cold one. I went out to dinner tonight at the Roadhog Barbecue Swine Dining, and I enjoyed a delicious cheese and bacon burger with coleslaw, and I had a local-ish Woodstock Inn Brewing pig's ear brown ale. It was delicious, and it paired well with a cheeseburger, which I have been craving for days. Deb and I met through an online training group for the Women's 100 Mile Project, and it encourages women participation in 100 mile ultras. I attempted a 100 mile last fall, and I did meet Deb at a gathering last summer. She's a sweetheart. Deb, I appreciate your support and mostly for following along on my journey. Cheers, Deb. Hey everybody, Ultra Off Trail here at the AT Barn Hostel again, and I have another beer shout out today to my childhood friend Shane. Hey Shane, thank you so much for your support and for the cold beer. I enjoyed tonight a summer pilsner from Tuckerman Brewing Company that is here in Conway, New Hampshire. It's about 30 miles from where I am right now. It was delightful. I sat outside and enjoyed it while my laundry got done. And I mostly want to say thank you, Shane, for following my adventure and reaching out with your words of encouragement. It really means the world. All right, Shane, thanks so much for your support. Cheers, my friend.